Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Larry here again for Fitness and Food and Lifestyle Dynamic Nutrition. Today I wanted to talk to you about something. It's kind of like on the older information side, something you don't really hear too many people talking about, but still is very, very important to any weight management program, weight loss program, or even fitness program in general, is the glycemic index. You may have heard of this in passing, or one of the elders in the gym talk about glycemic index when it rates to food, specifically carbohydrates and slow digesting, fast digesting carbohydrates, and how it affects blood levels. So basically, I'm just going to read this right out. I have this part of the Lifestyle Dynamic Nutrition program, so this I send to every client. Glycemic index represents the speed in which a carbohydrate is absorbed into the blood. The higher the glycemic index for a food, the faster it will raise blood sugar levels in the body, thus increasing insulin secretion. Slowly digested carbohydrates, those low on the glycemic index, cause a smaller fluctuation in blood sugar and insulin levels. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so let's just talk about if you're just looking to drop body fat, right? So its effects on fat loss. Elevated insulin levels brought on by the consumption of large amount of carbohydrates or things that digest really, really fast, like any of the white breads or the white pastas is what they're called. Elevated insulin levels prevent the body from using stored fat as fuel. Okay, did you hear about that? Elevated insulin levels brought on by consumption of large consumption of carbohydrates prevent the body from using stored fats as a fuel. Body fat can be thought of as the body's energy reserve. By reducing the secretion of insulin through the consumption of low to moderate index carbohydrates, or glycemic carbohydrates is another name, fat burning ability may be enhanced. So basically, don't eat too much carbs and avoid anything that's high on the glycemic index. Pretty easy. Now, if you're the opposite and you just want, you're a weightlifter and you just don't want to, destroy your gains and your muscle mass and all that fun stuff, for muscle repair, growth, and endurance, it's vital to maintain high levels of muscle glycogen. Anything causing insulin levels to fall is detrimental to glycogen repletion. An intake of moderate to low glycemic foods can help stabilize insulin levels. So you have it both ways. So if you eat too much of a carbohydrate, your insulin levels, they spike. But if you're not controlling it, you're going to have those fluctuations and dips. And that's very bad for fat loss if you're trying to go for that, and that's very bad for muscle maintenance, repair, and growth, because you're not getting the appropriate glycogen stored to use during your exercise. So your body doesn't know where to take the fuel from. That's basically what this boils down to. Now, I'm going to give you some quick examples of low and moderate glycemic index foods. On the low side, rice bran on pearl barley. It's low because I don't think anybody eats that. Moderate, things that are decent. You're approaching the ability to spike insulin levels, but you're moderate here. Wheat pasta, oats, brown rice, wheat pancake, rye, corn tortillas, and corn hominy. That's for your grains. Your vegetables, you have lentils, soybeans, peas, dried peas. Those are on the low side. On the medium side, vegetables. White beans, tomato soup. That's okay. Brown beans, lima beans, green beans. A lot of the peas, chickpeas, black-eyed kidney, black beans, and pinto beans. So any of the beans are low to moderate. Sugar. This is an important one. Sugar. The low side, fructose. Guess where that comes from? Fruit. But specific fruits that are a little bit higher because they contain a little bit more carbohydrates are apples, oranges, apricots, dried, preferably, and pears. Now, just other things that you can have. For low, you get fruits, cherries, grapefruits, peaches, and plums. That's on the low end. Now, other things that you may have on the low end: yogurt, artificial sweet peas, nuts, milk chocolate, artificial sweetener. Medium index level, you have milks, any of the milk, all ice cream with fat, chocolate milk, fettuccine, wow, vermicelli, different types of yogurts, spaghetti, and ravioli. So those are all things that can be eaten in order to keep you pretty decent. If you start going into the higher level glycemic index, you're running the chance of spiking your insulin levels, and it's not going to do well for you. So keep that in mind. Check that out. You can find indexes all over the internet. You could just do a quick Google search, glycemic index chart, and you'll find a ton of them. And then just start picking foods from that are on the low to moderate side, and you're going to see a huge difference in the way you feel, and also in the way you perform, whether in the gym, at home, in a sport, or anything else like that. Alrighty? You're also going to see how hungry you get periodically. You know, our insulin levels drop too rapidly. We get the whole low blood sugar level, and people start getting hangry. So you got to take that into consideration and be very careful with that. Alrighty? Thank you again for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already, because I love doing this, and the more help I get from you guys, the more I'll be able to do this for you. We're changing our upload schedule. Look to us to have 3 times a week now, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to be uploading around 9 a.m. Alrighty? 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot more. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.